to Lake Superior and their goalie played a good game. But do you feel like you have that lead going in the third period? You would like to see your guys take that extra goal, get it over with?
Yeah, for sure. 3 of the last 4 games we were winning 2-1 going in the third, and then I don't care what the score was. It was the lead. And full marks to our opponents, and as you say, tonight, Lake Superior, for finding a way on the road to tie it up and get the point. It's one of those things that's really hard to simulate in practice, a 1-goal lead with 1 minute left. Or, excuse me, you're trying to simulate it is my point, and it's really difficult to do that. So it falls back on me, not doing a good enough job closing out games.
And is there any concern on special teams that you give up the goal, but you don't get one for yourselves tonight?
100%. I'm concerned with the penalties we're taking. I'm concerned with our power play not being able to score 5 against 3. That's 4 against 3, 5 against 3. That's 3-1 game right there. And once again, our penalty kill gives up a goal. There's concern there. Yeah.
And how do you think Eric played in that tonight?
I think Eric played good. I mean, the first goal was to me a bad rebound, but all in all, I think he played good. He set the bar so high. So when you're comparing, I don't really want to do that. I thought he played fine. We need to score more goals, which you look at the players that are counted on to score goals, and they're not getting it done.
And then you mentioned that, so you're looking at the upperclassmen now to step forward.
Say that again?
You're looking forward to the upperclassmen now to start scoring
Yeah,
goals?
no, absolutely. I mean, not now, always. But you look at some of those freshmen, they've been contributing. It's been on the power play. I mean, Max has a goal tonight. Cruz has a goal tonight. But we need older guys to do their part offensively, and 5-on-5, it hasn't happened as of late. Sorry, Zane.
With out shooting them by almost 20 shots, how were you able to do that?
I think it was based on some decent play in the offensive zone when we got there. I think we missed the net way too many times. I don't have the final box score, which I wish I did. I'd like to see our attempts. Not even. We missed the net way too much on a team that talked about process and talked about scoring more goals 5 against 5. I can think of so many times where we missed the net. So I think we were able to do some decent things from a creating zone time, which sometimes leads to opportunities, which sometimes leads to pucks on net. I think that's what we did. I'm not sure how well we defended, but I mean, midway through the second period, they only seemed to have 6 shots on net or something, or 10 shots on net. So, it felt like it was a difficult night, Zane, for us. So I didn't feel like we were relentless or we were doing what we normally do. I mean, we had 75 attempts. And now that includes the 3-on-3 as well. But let's say we had 70 attempts. We should have more than 36 shots on net through overtime for sure. How did we do it? I think we had a decent plan and we were able to execute it at times.
To what degree, Chris, do you feel that this 1-goal third period situation is becoming mental?
That's a good question, John. I think you'd have to ask the players that. I'm not totally sure. Tonight, each night has its own deal. I think tonight we were fighting it a lot of the time, especially defensively. We were handing the other team things where, I mean, there was a turnover in front of our bench on the tying goal. It ended up going off of our skate. I think those are the bounces you get on nights like tonight, for as far as I'm concerned, in my experience. So I don't know if it's creeping into our mind mentally. Oh, here we are. I mean, it's a good spot to be in. You're up a goal going into the third period in your own rink. Hopefully it's not something that becomes mental, but if it does, it means we've got the lead a lot going into the third period. So we'll have to find a way.
And with getting the shootout win, how much were the other two shootout games able to help set up a lineup?
They were able to help, yes. Steven had the game winner at Tech. I thought Max made a great move at Tech and hit the post. Mitchell made a pretty good move at Tech and just missed. So that had lots to do with it. Where the first time it was kind of one and done. I'm not saying we won't use Brett again, but we only got to see one guy in our team shoot, so didn't get much learning from that one.
Chris, we've talked about the offense and the struggles to this point. Is process still good in your eyes?
No, we missed the net too much tonight, John. So the number one thing to me, a team that struggles scoring goals, you got to hit the net. Well, we didn't do that. Their goalie's a good goalie like everybody we face, and the more pucks he sees, the more he's going to save. I don't think the consistent chaos or people in front of their net was there tonight. So those two things in particular, not hitting the net and not having good enough traffic consistently. I think there was times where we had good traffic. Those two things are a huge process for us, because we don't have guys that just beat goalies 1-against-1 and just walk around people. We just don't. So I don't think our process around their net was good enough.
Questions for Max Johnson?
You guys get the shootout win, but does a part of you feel like you let this one go when you had the lead in the third period?
Oh yeah, that was a team we should have handily beat. I mean, we put up a ton of shots, and the goalie was hot. We went in the game knowing that they were going to be a battle from years past, and they've always struggled with this team. So we knew that coming into the game, and we just faced a hot goalie. So we just need to capitalize tomorrow and put more pucks in.
Max, third time where you guys have a one-goal lead in the third and can't hang on to it. I asked Coach, and he said ask the players. So with you here, do you feel that that's becoming a mental situation with you guys, trying or struggling to hold that one-goal lead in the third?
Yeah, I just feel like we've been in that situation too much this year, where mentally we're just breaking down in the third period when we should be being the force. And we've been in that situation way too many times, and I don't know. We just need to figure out how to capitalize on our opportunities and hit the net. I mean, we had 50-some shots, or whatever it was, and we would have had more if we would have hit the net, so, including myself. So.
Do you feel that it's become mental for you guys, that, oh, here we go again, or it's you only lead by one and things like that in the third?
The bench is positive. It's just, we just don't perform. It's better where we say it, but we don't do it. It's one of those deals where everyone's positive on the bench. Then when it comes to ice, it's just simple mistakes and turning pucks over and missing the net. And it could have been that shot in a goal in overtime, or just that shot in the regulation and get a goal, and it'd be a 3-1 game. But we just are continuing to miss the net, which we need to work on.
I don't want to put the word in your mouth, but I would have to think that's frustrating. Can you deal? I mean, am I right to say that, or?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating, even on the bench or as like a player when you're shooting in and miss the net, because you know that you should have hit the net and created a rebound or created a chance, and you just have in the back of your mind that that shot could have been like the game winner, or that shot could have provided the game-winning goal, or
at least
like
some breathing room.
Some leeway with the goal or with the score, and just continue to play our game if we have a 2-goal lead. So I think if we hit the net more, it'd be in our favor that we'll simmer down and just play BG hockey, like just play our game, play good defense, create in the offensive zone, and just go from there.
Do you feel that you guys are still playing, we'll call it BG hockey, the game that gets you that lead in the first and second period? Do you still feel you're playing that way in the third?
Yeah, we played pretty well in the first and second period in the last couple of games. We just need to finish it out in the third. We're getting down, I feel like we're breaking down every single time. Like they tie it up, or we make a mistake and they tie it up. We just got to clean those factors up in our own zone, and we got to make sure that we keep the lead, and just prepare for another goal or good defense or good offense on their part.
Is that it?
Thank you.
Thank you. Apologies for being here for that.